The Mauryan Empire. In this module, you'll learn about the administration and society of the Mauryan Empire. The Mauryan Empire was India's first indigenous empire to cover vast territories of the Indian subcontinent, unlike previous kingdoms which covered only small territories of the Indian subcontinent. The Mauryan Empire was founded by Chandragupta Maurya in 321 BC with the help of a wise man named Chanakya, otherwise known as Kautilya. Together, they overthrew the Nanda dynasty, which was ruling Magad at that time, to establish the great Mauryan Empire. Slowly, they expanded the empire to the Greek territories left by Alexander in northwestern India, Pakistan and parts of Afghanistan. Later, they also expanded the empire to different parts of the Deccan. The period of the Mauryan Empire was an era where administration was stable and trade started flourishing. Historians have learned about the Mauryan administration and society from various sources, such as Chanakya's Arthashastra, a book about how a government should be run, Megasthenes's Indica, and Ashoka's Pillars and Rock Edicts. The king was also assisted by a network of men and women spies that was responsible for informing the king about what was going on within the empire and how people felt from time to time. The regions beyond Pataliputra were divided into provinces, which were further divided into districts and villages. Each province was placed under a member of the royal family and was ruled from its own capital. Each member of the royal family was assisted by a group of officials who took care of all aspects of administration at the provincial, district and village levels. There were several important cities in the Mauryan Empire. The capital city was Pataliputra, other big cities being Taxila and Ujjain. Taxila was a gateway to the northwest, while Ujjain lay on the route from north to south India. Each Mauryan city was administered by a committee that took care of several administration activities, such as providing and maintaining public utilities and registering births and deaths. The Mauryan society was divided on the basis of professions. Brahmins formed the smallest group of society, but were given high posts and were most respected. Farmers and herders who lived in the villages formed the largest group of the Mauryan society. Merchants, traders and craftspersons formed another group. They lived in villages, towns and cities. Most of the merchants and traders were wealthy because trade and commerce flourished during the Mauryan rule. An important group of the Mauryan society was the army. The Mauryan army was well trained and was responsible for the expansion and defense of the Mauryan Empire. The army consisted of 4 types of troops: the infantry or foot soldiers, the cavalry or horsemen, the chariot troops, and the elephant troops. The Mauryan Empire was perhaps the largest empire to rule the Indian subcontinent until the death of Ashoka in 232 BC, after which a series of weak rulers came to the throne. The Mauryan Empire came to an end with the murder of Brihadratha in 185 BC by Pushyamitra Shunga, the founder of the Shunga dynasty. Let's recall what you have learned. The Mauryan Empire extended from Magad in the Indo-Gangetic plains to Mysore in the south, and Pakistan and parts of Afghanistan in the north. Chandragupta Maurya established the Mauryan Empire in 321 BC. Historians have learned about the Mauryan administration and society from various sources, such as Chanakya's Arthashastra, Megasthenes's Indica, and Ashoka's Pillars and Rock Edicts. According to these sources, the emperor directly ruled the regions around Pataliputra. The emperor was assisted by council of ministers and spies. The council of ministers collected taxes from people who lived in villages and towns around Pataliputra and punished those who disobeyed the laws of the empire. The spies were responsible for informing the king about what was going on within the empire. The regions beyond Patliputra were divided into provinces, which were further divided into districts and villages. Each province was placed under a member of the royal family and was ruled from its own capital. Each member of the royal family was assisted by a group of officials who took care of all aspects of administration at the provincial, district and village levels. The Mauryan society was divided on the basis of professions. The Mauryan army consisted of 4 types of troops: the infantry or foot soldiers, the cavalry or horsemen, the chariot troops, and the elephant troops.